He's trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants.
I'm that guy. I don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just takes a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is going to be a statement.
The boxing world just got rocked. Just before his massive showdown with Teofimo Lopez, the legendary Floyd Mayweather personally visited Shakur Stevenson's training camp. This wasn't just a friendly stop. Mayweather, with his undefeated aura, declared Shakur the absolute best in his weight class, a statement that sends shivers down any opponent's spine. More than just praise, Money made a powerful promise to share his unparalleled wisdom, sharpening Shakur's skills and propelling him to heights in boxing that few can even imagine. This isn't just training, it's a psychological power play, a transfer of championship DNA that could redefine this fight before it even begins.
The most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants.
Within the unforgiving crucible of his training camp, Shakur Stevenson is not merely preparing for a fight, he is forging a destiny. Every grueling session is a testament to an iron will, as he meticulously sharpens every facet of his game for the impending clash with Teofimo Lopez. This isn't just about drilling speed, perfecting footwork, or refining defensive skills, it's about crafting psychological warfare. Each combination is a calculated trap, every movement a strategic masterpiece designed to dismantle his opponent. He pushes past physical limits, transforming reflexes into lightning and endurance into an endless wellspring. The intense focus, the unwavering discipline, the absolute dedication radiating from his camp screams one undeniable truth: Shakur Stevenson is not just ready to fight, he is primed to utterly dominate, to impose his will, and to leave no doubt on fight night.
Yeah, on my way. You just sleep yet? Most people know if you wake up, no, they think we're
Shakur Stevenson isn't just fighting, he's on a crusade to obliterate every last shred of doubt. Despite his glittering achievements, an unyielding fire burns within him to force critics and fans alike to acknowledge his undeniable elite status. Every single fight is a psychological war, a brutal chance to annihilate disbelief and cement his reign as one of boxing's true titans.
Honestly, I got a chip on my shoulder though. Like, I got something to prove. I feel like with this fight, a lot of people sleeping on me. A lot of people don't think that I'm that guy. They don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just takes a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is going to be a statement.
On the hallowed grounds of the Ariel Helwani show, Shakur Stevenson didn't just speak, he laid down a gauntlet, a psychological blueprint for the impending war with Teofimo Lopez. With an almost chilling confidence, he dismantled his critics, asserting that Lopez has yet to stare across the ring at a force of nature like himself. This isn't just another fight, it's a calculated confrontation where Shakur vows to unleash a torrent of challenges Lopez has never even conceived. He didn't stop there, dissecting Lopez's perceived vulnerabilities against true titans like Terence Crawford, painting a vivid picture of an inevitable overpower. While granting Lopez a fleeting nod for his skill, Shakur unequivocally drew the line, placing him leagues below Crawford's undisputed mastery. Even the intricate dance of promotional politics became a strategic play, a potential departure from Matchroom now solidified by the formidable presence of Eddie Hearn, ensuring this high-stakes encounter is backed by an organizational juggernaut. This isn't just about fighting, It's about a master strategist meticulously orchestrating every facet of his ascent, from the first bell to the final business deal.
Ooh, I mean, that's their opinion. Like, you know, they could say that. But I know he never fought nobody on my level. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Tio has never seen nobody as good as me in his life.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terrence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. Bud is too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terrence?
I'm not gonna say he's on a Terrence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
One thing that was interesting to me was it seemed like you were going to move on from Matchroom, but now Eddie Hearn is involved in this, and this is a Matchroom event, it seems like. I know it's a ring card too, but he's promoting it here in the United States. So what is the state of your relationship with Eddie and Matchroom at this point?
Eddie's my guy. I'm actually not signed to Matchroom, but he's my guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Hearn, and nothing but respect to him, but I'm glad he's the promoter that's on this card. I'm glad to share the spotlight with his promotional company.
So if he's your guy, how come you're not signed to Matchroom?
I mean, it's just business. If it makes sense, then I will. You know, if it come down to it and that's what makes sense, then we'll do it. But right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Okay, so are you just more of like your own man at this point? Your own entity?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you negotiate with the ring people, with Turkey? You just do that yourself?
No, me and my manager.
The analytical spotlight has pierced the very core of this impending clash, illuminating a stark contrast in fighting philosophies and a critical vulnerability for Teofimo Lopez. While Lopez explodes with raw athleticism and a power that has overwhelmed countless adversaries, a chilling truth emerges. His Achilles heel lies in facing an opponent who dances with destiny, a fighter who moves with such fluid grace that it forces him into an uncomfortable, continuous adjustment. This isn't merely a challenge, it's a strategic nightmare when pitted against Shakur Stevenson. As the esteemed Bruce Carrington astutely observes, Stevenson's footwork isn't just movement, it's a psychological weapon, his timing a precision instrument, and his patience a suffocating blanket designed to frustrate and control even the most aggressive of fighters. Stevenson's uncanny ability to maintain an elusive range, shift angles with predatory intent, and drag Lopez into an alien rhythm could effectively neutralize those explosive offensive bursts, leaving Lopez exposed to surgical counters. Lopez thrives in a world where he dictates the terms, where his dominance is unquestioned. Yet, Stevenson presents a puzzle unlike any he has ever confronted. Shakur's defensive awareness isn't passive, it's an active shield, combined with an innate capacity to measure distance and disrupt rhythm, severely limiting Lopez's windows for clean connections. The consensus among analysts is chillingly clear: Lopez's raw explosiveness alone will be a blunt instrument against Stevenson's surgical precision. He must undergo a profound strategic metamorphosis, cultivate an uncharacteristic patience, and choose his moments with the utmost care. A failure to adapt, a single misstep in this high-stakes chess match, and Stevenson will not only dictate the pace but will ruthlessly capitalize on every psychological and physical error, proving that technical mastery can indeed dismantle raw, untamed athleticism.
Tio is going to bring the fight. He's very athletic. He has a lot of explosiveness, but I do feel like when it comes to Shakur, bro, his movement may frustrate him. The only thing that worries me when it comes to Teofimo is his frustration. Like, is he going to be able to work well with a mover? We've seen, difficulties that he had with Sandor Martin. We've seen the difficulties that he had with Jimmy Ortiz, guys that's been moving around and not staying still. Like, if you keep Tio moving around and he can't plant his feet, what can he do? We're going to have to find that out on, January 31st. And I think Shakur, he's probably one of the best guys to, move his feet, be on defense, being hella patient and frustrating a fighter, bro. So, I don't know. We've seen Tio get frustrated to the point where he's asking himself, do I still got it? You know what I'm saying? We got to see what his mentality is going to be like come January 31st.
Do you think that his experience on the biggest of stages, his two biggest wins, he was an underdog, and both guys, ironically enough, were southpaws like Shakur. that play any factor to you, man?
Nah, styles is different. The styles are totally different. Lomachenko don't fight like Shakur. Josh Taylor don't fight like Shakur. Like I don't see, just because southpaw, that same thing will happen. I feel like certain techniques could be used to fight Shakur, yeah. But in terms of like that approach of the fight, nah. Like, Shakur fight's totally different. You gotta be able to do some out of pocket stuff with Shakur. You gotta throw while he's throwing. That's probably some of the only time.
This isn't just a fight, it's an existential crucible for Teofimo Lopez, a contest where his very ceiling as a fighter is redefined by the caliber of his adversary. Against the unparalleled challenge of Shakur Stevenson, Lopez is not merely expected to perform, he is forced to ascend to an almost superhuman plane, summoning every ounce of his reflexes, timing, and ring intelligence. This isn't a brawl of brute force, it's a gladiatorial contest of mental fortitude and strategic evolution. Analysts whisper of Lopez's potential to transcend, to rise to this monumental occasion, but only if he can shackle his aggression with iron discipline and shed the predictable patterns that Stevenson, a master predator, will undoubtedly exploit. This, then, is the ultimate clash, raw, untamed talent against the cold, calculated precision of tactical mastery. And then there is Shakur Stevenson's speed, a factor so profound it transcends mere velocity and becomes a form of devastating power itself. Observers gasp at the blur of his fists, punches that arrive faster than the human eye can register, rendering even the most subtle shots profoundly effective. This isn't just quickness, it's an unpredictable, disorienting force that allows him to land clean, decisive blows, shattering his opponent's rhythm and confidence. As the seasoned analyst Andy sagely notes, many fighters simply fail to anticipate Stevenson's attacks, a fatal flaw that could prove decisive against Lopez. This chilling fusion of precision and blinding speed allows Stevenson to seize control of every exchange, to dictate the very rhythm of the fight, and to punish even the slightest misstep with ruthless efficiency, granting him an undeniable tactical advantage in the brutal ballet of the ring.
Teofimo Lopez needs opponents like Shakur Stevenson because they are elite fighters. He needs that to bring out the very best in him. I just can't see how it's possible that whilst Teofimo, we've seen a ceiling with him in terms of he's been beaten by certain opponents, we know that he can lose in the ring, but I don't know if that's a genuine ceiling, because I think that his ceiling is actually one of the most changeable in boxing based on who's in front of him. And so actually, I think there's a very, very good chance we're going to see the best possible version of Teofimo Lopez in the ring against Shakur Stevenson. But we should talk about Shakur Stevenson before we get into the nuts and bolts of the fight, what it might look like, and why it is so risky for both men. Now, Shakur Stevenson is currently undefeated. He's 24-0 with 11 KOs. He turned pro back in 2017. He's the same age as Teofimo Lopez at 28 years old, both men in their athletic primes. He's 5'8". These are on paper heights, so potentially a little bit shorter. He could even be a bit taller than Teofimo Lopez. I really need to see them next to each other to make that assessment. No lifts in the shoes, all that stuff. But around the same size is the most important thing. The difference, though, with Shakur Stevenson is he's actually a 3-weight division world champion, and he started a division lower than Teofimo Lopez, meaning naturally it would appear that he's slightly the smaller man. Although that doesn't necessarily mean they're now not the same size. He could easily have filled out to be roughly the same size as Teofimo Lopez is on the night in the ring. Now, for me, I'm going to jump back to 2021 to first start talking about Shakur Stevenson, when he managed to get a win over Jamel Herring. Again, he'd had significant wins before this fight, but it was the first one where I really tuned into his career. Notable wins had already come against Joet Gonzalez, Jeremiah Nakathila, but no one that was really a household name. Maybe Joet Gonzalez. No giant names. Jamel Herring was the first one where I was like, I know who Jamel Herring is. He beat Carl Frampton. He beat Lamont Roach. This is a very, very decent operator. And what can I say? I mean, Shakur Stevenson just absolutely dominated him and TKO'd him in the 10th round of their fight. But this was a really, really landmark, standout performance from Shakur Stevenson.
Boosiness, with the gravitas of a seasoned oracle, unleashes a chilling prophecy for Teofimo Lopez: never underestimate Shakur Stevenson. This isn't merely a fighter, he is a force of nature, and his speed isn't just quickness, it's a lethal weapon. Opponents don't just miss his punches, they often fail to even perceive them, granting Stevenson an almost supernatural advantage in timing and precision. Even the most subtle, seemingly innocuous shots become devastating blows, landing with surgical accuracy and unexpected ferocity, all thanks to that blinding velocity. Andy's, echoing this dire warning, underscores that to underestimate Stevenson's unholy trinity of speed, unparalleled skill, and razor-sharp intelligence would be a catastrophic miscalculation for Lopez. Every single punch Stevenson throws carries an unseen, amplified threat, making him a uniquely perilous, almost phantom-like adversary in the squared circle.
pick him apart, man. You're gonna pick him apart. And I gotta tell everybody that what you call him is real athletic too. Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's gonna be easy and all. Nah, Teofimo can punch and he can box. And like I said, and he's real athletic. So, you know what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right? How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, they've got the weight and all that. I see Shakur boxing big guys, light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Moose, they box heavyweights and put heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teo come in. If Teo come at him, he gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming.
That's it.
That power is speed.
Right.
So, could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power?
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. I think he can punch. It's just like I said, speed is power. Not them guys, muscle bound guys come in and they tell me, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact, the punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man, I didn't see that punch coming. That's the one you worry about. Then you got to look at this.
Shakur Stevenson's profound sense of accountability within the squared circle isn't just a trait, it's a defining psychological weapon that elevates him far beyond his contemporaries. He doesn't merely train or fight, he embodies an unwavering discipline, understanding with chilling clarity that every micro-decision, every subtle movement, every mid-fight adjustment is a critical variable in the brutal equation of victory or defeat. Stevenson shoulders the full, immense weight of his performance, meticulously sculpting his physical and mental fortitude to flawlessly execute his strategic blueprint under the most suffocating pressure. This relentless self-awareness fuels an insatiable drive to perpetually refine his lethal skill set, to surgically excise every flaw, and to adapt with predatory instinct to the chaos of combat. His unyielding commitment to accountability doesn't just forge an unassailable technique, it hardens his resolve, creating a fighter who is perpetually primed, strategically brilliant, and capable of dominating any adversary. Yet, despite this technical marvel, analysts, with a collective shiver, caution against the perilous folly of underestimating the raw, explosive power of Lopez.
Rise to the occasion and be prepared for that fight. So I feel like Shakur has to keep that fight in the middle of the ring, use his counter ability. But if Teo's speed is a problem, I think Shakur is going to run into a lot of problems. But if Shakur is the faster fighter with the good reflexes to counter, he'll be fine, I think. But, Teo says a lot of crazy things that, a lot of us don't agree with. But at the end of the day, the dude can fight. His last performance, he showed him that his levels to this, right? Lopez is on a whole different, I'll say, category when it comes to boxing that Shakur is at. I think this is a great fight. I'm gonna go ahead and give my prediction. If these two fight, it's gonna be kind of like a Floyd versus Zab Judah-ish, or I'm gonna say Zab Judah. I know Zab Judah is a different fighter than Lopez, but I think what's gonna happen is gonna become a chess match. Who can counter who? Lopez, I think, will get hit early and start respecting Shakur's power. I think Shakur will keep everything to the middle of the ring and be able to adjust with his movements, his counter ability, and his defense. Like, he's able to make those adjustments that are very similar to Floyd. So I'm gonna go with Shakur on this one. But you cannot sleep on Lopez because he comes to fight. The fight that he shocked me was against Lomachenko. He came ready for war. And I think Shakur, he's starting to, get fights that are kind of setting him up for these mega fights.
Timothy Bradley, with the piercing insight of a ring veteran, illuminates the volatile enigma that is Teofimo Lopez, a fighter whose unpredictability and unshakable self-belief render him a constant, lurking danger. While Stevenson's disciplined, technically flawless artistry might present a formidable challenge, Lopez's audacious willingness to gamble, to seize the most fleeting of openings, makes him a chaotic force. His raw, natural power, amplified by an almost defiant confidence, means that even a solitary, momentary lapse in Stevenson's meticulously crafted defense could detonate, instantly shifting the entire psychological and physical momentum of the fight. This inherent dynamic ensures the bout remains a high-stakes tightrope walk, a psychological minefield where the outcome is never truly certain, despite Stevenson's undeniable edge in skill and ring intelligence. Yet, the true crucible for Lopez lies within the labyrinthine corridors of his own mind. His career has been haunted by internal demons, periods of profound distraction, and insidious lapses in motivation that have, at times, pushed him to the precipice of abandoning the sport entirely. Personal turmoil and the suffocating weight of external pressures have often fractured his focus, leading to maddening inconsistencies. However, whispers from his camp suggest a profound transformation, a phoenix-like rediscovery of his primal love for boxing itself. This rekindled inferno of passion and discipline is not merely beneficial, it is absolutely critical for Lopez to unlock his dormant, destructive potential against an opponent of Stevenson's caliber. Analysts agree, if Lopez can fully commit mentally, he possesses the terrifying capacity for a career-defining performance. But any lingering shadow of past distractions, any residual crack in his mental armor, could prove catastrophically costly in a matchup that demands not just physical prowess, but an unyielding, diamond-sharp psychological edge.
Fight for Shakur Stevenson. Nope, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look, that athleticism that he got, that speed that he got, the boy is a what's the name I'm looking for? What can I say? He's autonomous. That's the word I'm looking for. He's an autonomous fighter, okay? What does that mean, autonomous fighter, Tim? Shakur is too. Just like Floyd is. Just like Crawford is. Just like Inoue is. You know, young fighters want to get to that point in their career where they become autonomous fighters, okay? Where you don't need no damn instructions. You don't need no guidance. You know how to figure it out. Your fundamentals are so damn sound that you got skills now built on top of those fundamentals. Now it's second nature for you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see the same patterns and rhythms and styles and so on and so forth that it's second nature. It's nothing for you. These guys can operate without any damn instructions, without being told what to do. That's how great these dudes are. Or I should say good they are. They still got to prove they great, right? But, you know, look, the thing that surprised me about T.O. last night after watching him, man, is that his speed and quickness and how fast he's able to strike. Look, I'm going to tell you where he going. Because I watched a little bit of Shakur last night.
And with that, the bell tolls on today's electrifying breakdown. But the fight for knowledge, the quest for unparalleled boxing insight, is far from over. The canvas of combat is vast, and we're just getting started. So, don't you dare miss a single round of the action. Like, subscribe, and join the ranks of the true fight connoisseurs at Fighters Arena Pro. The next chapter in boxing's dramatic saga awaits.